a respected judge, a rising attorney, and a secret affair that spiraled into a shocking murder. How did a courtroom drama turn into a real-life tragedy? Welcome to True Crime Hub, your go-to channel for unraveling the most gripping and unsettling true crime stories. Today, we take you deep into the case of Judge Chrzanowski, Michael Fletcher, and a scandal that ended in betrayal, heartbreak, and murder. Warren, Michigan, a city of suburban calm and thriving families, where life seemed predictable, safe, and just. But in the late 1990s, that tranquility was shattered by a story of betrayal and murder that no one saw coming. Within the city's courthouse, Judge Chrzanowski presided over cases with authority and grace. Attorney Michael Fletcher, a rising star in the legal world, often appeared before her. Their professional lives intertwined, but behind closed doors, a hidden relationship was taking shape, one that would have devastating consequences. On an August evening in 1999, tragedy struck. Michael Fletcher's wife, Leann, was found dead in their home. What seemed at first to be a tragic accident quickly unraveled into a tale of secrets, lies, and a deadly affair that left a community stunned. This is the story of how trust and ambition turned into betrayal and murder. Judge Chrzanowski was a rising star in Michigan's legal system. Known for her sharp legal mind and unwavering composure, she was a figure of respect and authority in Warren's bustling courthouse. With a promising career and a reputation for fairness, she seemed destined for greatness. Across from her in the courtroom was Michael Fletcher, a charismatic attorney who captivated juries and colleagues alike. A skilled litigator and devoted family man, he appeared to have it all: a thriving career, a beautiful wife, Leann, and their young son. Leann Fletcher was the heart of their family. A devoted mother and loving partner, she was known for her warmth and kindness. She supported Michael's demanding career and balanced their home life with grace. By all appearances, they were the picture of a happy, successful family. But behind the scenes, things weren't as perfect as they seemed. The professional relationship between Judge Chrzanowski and Michael Fletcher began to blur, crossing personal boundaries and leading to a secret affair. It was a connection that would soon unravel into betrayal, heartbreak, and tragedy, with consequences none of them could have foreseen. It was the night of August 16, 1999, when tragedy struck the Fletcher household. Michael Fletcher placed a frantic 911 call, reporting that his wife, Leann, had been shot. First responders arrived to a scene of heartbreak and confusion. Leann was found in the couple's bedroom, a single gunshot wound to her head, and a handgun lying nearby. At first glance, it appeared to be a suicide. Michael claimed that Leann had been struggling emotionally and that her sudden death was the result of unbearable personal distress. His tone was calm but somber as he described discovering her lifeless body. For a grieving husband, his composure seemed oddly detached. As investigators began to comb through the scene, doubts surfaced. The positioning of the gun, the trajectory of the bullet, and subtle inconsistencies in Michael's story didn't quite align with the image of a self-inflicted wound. Despite his initial claims, Leann's death quickly escalated from a suspected suicide to a full-fledged investigation into foul play. Neighbors and family members were shocked. Leann was described as loving and devoted, with no known history of mental health struggles. The idea that she would take her own life left many asking questions that Michael seemed reluctant to answer fully. The night that began with a tragic loss soon became the opening act in a story of betrayal, secrets, and deadly consequences. The truth behind Leann Fletcher's death would prove to be far darker than anyone could have imagined. As investigators began piecing together the events surrounding Leann Fletcher's death, cracks in Michael's story became impossible to ignore. The physical evidence of the scene told a different narrative. Ballistic analysis revealed that the angle of the gunshot was inconsistent with a self-inflicted wound. Forensic experts also noted the absence of gunshot residue on Leann's hands, a critical detail that cast doubt on Michael's claim of suicide. Detectives started scrutinizing Michael Fletcher's behavior more closely. His calm demeanor on the night of the incident stood in stark contrast to what one might expect from a grieving husband. And then there were the alibis. Michael's timeline of events didn't align with key findings, raising even more suspicion. As the investigation unfolded, a damning piece of the puzzle emerged: Michael's affair with Judge Chrzanowski. It didn't take long for detectives to uncover the connection. Testimonies from colleagues and friends painted a picture of a relationship that went far beyond professional boundaries. Close friends of Leann described her as a devoted wife who often put Michael's career before her own happiness. But those same friends also shared troubling details about growing tensions in their marriage. The affair was no secret to those closest to the couple, and it had become a source of strain and conflict. For the detectives, connecting the dots wasn't easy. Michael's reputation as a respected attorney and his professional ties to Judge Chrzanowski added layers of complexity to the case. The pressure to handle the investigation delicately was immense. Yet, as more evidence surfaced, the narrative became clearer. This was not the tragic suicide of a troubled woman. It was the calculated act of a man desperate to protect his secrets. The discovery of Michael's affair with Judge Chrzanowski would prove to be a turning point in the investigation. What started as whispers of infidelity became a central thread in uncovering the motive behind Leann's death. The truth, investigators realized, was far darker than anyone had anticipated. The investigation took a chilling turn when a close friend of Michael Fletcher came forward with a bombshell revelation. According to the friend, Michael had confided in them weeks before Leann's death, outlining a sinister plan. He intended to kill his wife and stage the scene to look like a suicide. This testimony was a game-changer. It provided investigators with the motive and premeditation they had been searching for. The calculated nature of Michael's plan, the way he intended to manipulate the narrative and shield himself from suspicion, was both shocking and disturbing. The evidence began to fall into place. Ballistics, forensics, and now a direct account of his intentions created an airtight case against him. This once respected attorney, who had built a career on arguing the truth, was now exposed as the architect of a deadly deception. The courtroom would soon become the stage for the unfolding of this twisted tale, as Michael Fletcher faced the justice system he once worked within. The shocking discovery not only changed the course of the investigation but also ensured that Leann Fletcher's voice would not be silenced by lies. The trial of Michael Fletcher captivated the public, drawing attention from across the country. In a courtroom where he once stood as a respected attorney, Michael now sat as the accused. The evidence against him was overwhelming. Ballistics reports, forensic analysis, and the testimony of his close friend painted a clear picture of premeditated murder. The prosecution argued that Michael killed his wife, Leann, in cold blood, driven by his affair with Judge Chrzanowski and the fear of losing his family and reputation. The defense tried to cast doubt on the evidence, claiming that Leann's death was a tragic accident, but the jury was not convinced. After weeks of testimony and deliberation, Michael Fletcher was convicted of second-degree murder. The verdict brought some semblance of justice for Leann's family, but the scars of this tragedy would remain. Michael was sentenced to 15 to 30 years in prison, a sharp fall from his once promising career in law. Judge Chrzanowski also faced scrutiny for her involvement in the affair. While she was never charged with any crime, the revelations of her relationship with Michael damaged her professional reputation. Ethical questions arose about her judgment and conduct, forcing her to resign from her position. The case left a lasting impact on all those involved, serving as a grim reminder of how personal choices and betrayal can have devastating consequences. Leann Fletcher's life was cut short, but her story continues to resonate as a cautionary tale of love, deception, and justice. This case reminds us how personal choices and hidden secrets can lead to devastating consequences. The affair between Judge Chrzanowski and Michael Fletcher not only destroyed lives but also eroded trust within a community. What are your thoughts on Judge Chrzanowski's role in this tragic story? Do you think justice was truly served? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective. If you found this story compelling, don't forget to subscribe to True Crime Hub, your channel for weekly deep dives into the most shocking and thought-provoking cases. Like, share, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest episodes. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.